Oh, good day, family. Good day. Let me give me some water. I put it in the refrigerator today. Kind of chill it off a little bit. Oh, it's favorite child. I don't want to be in. Yeah, I wanted to cool my water. Then I don't have to turn on my fan. Oh, honey, so much is going on and stuff. We just got to keep the faith. Keep the faith. Where's our books and stuff at? I was going to come on last night, but my neighbors was having a party. Yeah, sure was. So I came in and read and fell asleep with a book. Oh, and I found me a table. Thank the ancestors. There it is. Oh, honey. Can you believe it? The seedlings that's in the cells, they already got sprouts. I seen some little small sprouts growing up. Now the other ones I haven't seen anything. We'll look at it in a day or so and see how it's coming along and stuff. But yes, honey, let's grow. Yes, let's grow us and some food. It's a beautiful day too. It is so beautiful out there. I thank y'all for being here. Want to hear about the ancestors? I know, me too. Yes, honey, we should have had all this information about them. It would have made all the difference. It would have made all the difference if we'd have known about our ancestors. The good, the bad, the ugly, the savage, and the ravishness. We need to know all of it. And I'm glad. I'm proud. I'm grateful that I'm on the right side and that I can do this. I don't have any guilt feelings about reading about my ancestors like normally we would, because you know that's like taboo. Even from us. Why you talking about that? That was so long ago and stuff. Don't bring that up and all of this and that, but not anymore. Not anymore. They are really all we got. They really all we got, y'all. I mean, your other high powers and stuff like that, you know, who's to say? Who's to say it was given to you? It was given to you. I don't know how to tell you that I'm not being, funny or picking and stuff like that, but you better look at your religion and stuff. It's a whole lot that our people is telling about your religion and stuff. And so I'm like, dang, I ain't even religious like that. But I get what it means for us. You better delve into it. For you find yourself, the overall thing for me is we all end up in heaven. Trapped again forever and ever and ever and ever. Yep, I got to sound the alarm. I ain't going with y'all. I got to at least let you know, do you want to go there too or not? You got to decide though. You must decide though. So that being the case, because it said in the Bible, come out from them. Don't be with them. Your daughter don't be with their sons, and their son don't be with your daughter. That's what the Bible say. So, all of this still keeping the peace and mingling and marrying and stuff, that's what's been holding you back, what's been keeping your mind and tapped with them and stuff. And then the religion got you forgiving them and stuff, and they going along with it for your foolishness to keep you ignorant. Everybody going along with all of this. It's like, damn, I get it now. Why ain't nobody going back to the ethers but us? Everybody else going to heaven with white folks. You just got to get your mind right and decide where you're going to spend the rest of your eternity. I get it now. Everybody's in on this against us, and that's okay. Do what you do. But you ain't going to do it to us no more. We finna leave all y'all asses alone. The rest of everybody else, you on white folks' side. You with them. Yeah, you their comforter, their nurse, their pacifier, their satiator. You the one that they finna grab and just, ravish. They ain't finna do it to us no more. We getting the hell away from them after all this time. How long have it been? Almost 500 years? Woo! We can't do nothing with them. We cannot do nothing with white folks, so we give them up to everybody else. They y'all's. They ain't ours no more. Yep. So let's give some shout outs. Hey there, American Copper Dragon Child. All right. Our ancestors. That's right. That's right. It's all about them. I love your name, though. These are some awesome names. I didn't pick mine. I'm sure y'all didn't pick y'all's either. If you did, you put a lot of effort into it because they are like awesome. They kind of like the names and stuff on the sites are kind of like, how our native original names was so beautiful. When an African tell you their real name, oh, it's so beautiful, y'all. It is so beautiful. But then they choose to be called Jane. Yeah, call me Sarah. Yeah, and I think I would have kept my original name. I'm just saying for me. But yeah, I be asking, what's your real name? You got a real name? I mean, before you came here and stuff, I just want to know. I didn't never get to know these things about people and stuff, but your name is beautiful. I love it. Yeah. American Copper Dragon Child. Yeah. And I'm facing that. Yeah. But let's get to reading this stuff, y'all. But let me say this right now. Y'all hear about that mass shooting they prevented? Yeah, there was a mass shooting that they prevented. I don't know. And from what I gather, the man will contact us, in touch with some little girl in Wisconsin. Done brainwashed her ass. This was a year ago or something. Brainwashed her ass, y'all. Little white girl, he white. I guess if he finna attack black people. Because in her comment, she said that she wanted to attack a black church not far from her. But anyway, she was killed doing a school shooting or something for him. Go figure, honey. We just better know we in danger. We still in danger. These people are a threat to us. They're a threat to us. It's not my duty to distinguish who is who between all of they pale asses, and that's putting it nicely. Because I can't distinguish between them. No, all I know is out of them 10,000 snakes, like I thought it was Malcolm, but it was Muhammad Ali was giving us that analogy, if that's the right word and stuff, about the snakes. Out of 10,000 snakes, it might be 1,000 of them that's garden snakes. We don't want none of them around. We can't have none of them around. It's hard to distinguish who's who. And then who the hell is their family? Who the hell is your family? Because we don't know them. We don't know much past the introduction, the surface of white folks. Their lives and stuff. I imagine even black people that's done been married to white folks for decades and stuff probably don't know stuff about their family. You think they black ass is going up in the attic? You think they down in the basement looking in the sheds and stuff where them hands and the pinkies and the toes that they done mutilated off of our ancestors is at? No, they haven't. Get away from them. Get away from white folks. Watch your back. Get your kids, tell your kids, are gathering. They gathering. It's time to let them know. If you got a feeling about Mary, let your children know. And I don't too much like Karen. Go on and let them know. Something about that girl. What's about her family? Ask about her family. Especially in them little hick-ass towns. Black America, we ain't paying attention to what's happening to us as a people. We ain't paying attention to none of that. Your black ass might be all right. You just might be all right. But your people out here, we got to know what's happening to our people out there. Martin should have just been cold blunt with our motherfucking asses and should have told us. Instead of judging them by their character, because they're going to treat you all right. As long as you standing up for yourself. They're going to treat you all right. Judge them by how they treating our people. Judge them by how they treating our people. Damn, it ain't that damn hard to do, to decide, Black America, what's going on out there. And who is going on. It's us. Right here in America, all of this is against us. Everybody else just thought their ass were going to be protected like they always have been. White folks thought they were going to be protected from any of this, any repercussions, any consequences. Because it ain't been no payback. It ain't been none, no payback. All of this right here is karma. Everything going back on them. Everything going back on white America because they ain't made no repentance, no remorse, no repayment, no atonement, no acknowledgement, no nothing towards what their ancestors, their clan ancestors have done. All of this ties together. Hell, I ain't been here but 6 months. And I'm trying to connect some dots to it. Y'all gonna have to help connect these dots so that our people can become aware that, hell, we the ones that's in danger, that's being threatened, assaulted. Not white people. Not white people. That man that said they are a threat, that said that we are a threat to them, he's a motherfucking lie. We ain't never been a threat to white America. Don't put that shit on us. Do not put that shit on us. Everybody will be reading. And we need to be reading anyway. As soon as you can. Get your shit together and start reading our history. Start reading our story. His story. It's his story. All of this. The wordplay, y'all. It's the wordplay. That's a key too. The wordplay is shining so many lights on shit. Just the words. I can believe it. This language is a motherfucking curse. Yeah, I can. I don't even feel bad no more about cussing. Hell no. If I want to say shit, I'm going to say shit. Fuck the dumb shit. Because that's just a cuss word. They're just a cuss word here that we've been called set your black ass down since we were 2 or 3. Since we started walking around and stuff. Can't tell us nothing when we started walking. Oh, shit. I can hear my mom and them now. She finna be in everything. Yeah. Put everything up high. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's all about the words, though, y'all. It ain't personally against us when I do cuss. But I get enjoyment out of it. Hell the fuck yeah, I get enjoyment out of cussing. Because, y'all, we cursing every other word we speak. I remember one of my favorite phrases, I be damned. Girl, look over there and see what his ass doing over there, digging in his damn nose. He better not put that shit in his mouth. I be damn. Honey, that's a damn curse. It sound good, though, don't it? Because when somebody say I be damn, you know something coming. You know something coming. Ain't nobody thought about it. Ain't nobody seen it. Didn't nobody hear it. But you know. Oh, yeah, you lean in close. What? What is it? I'm just saying. It's the phrases. It's the words. All of it is fucked up. Morning. Yeah, you're cussing as soon as you wake up. You're cursing your people as soon as you wake up in the morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning, sweetie. I'm saying it too. I didn't know. Shit, I just woke up myself and realized that all of this shit is an illusion, y'all. You got to break it. You got to break it. You got to. You ain't got no other choice. Or you're going to be forever trapped in it. If you don't learn from this, Black America, I don't know what to say. I guess you're going to repeat history. History going to repeat itself. And white folks will let it happen. Oh, honey, they can feel it in their blood. Ooh, well, you know, it has been a long time that they've been refraining that rage inside of them. Don't be feeling some type of way about me. Hell, I just sat down and started reading Red Summer. Shit, y'all asses that knew all of this should have already been telling it. And I don't mean apologetically either. Yeah, well, you know, what happened was, no, none of that shit. We ain't got time for that. We do not have time for that. Our people is out here on the brink of being just massacred again. Massacred again. Now they done stopped the whole mass shooting. This man had 18 guns, 12,000 rounds of ammunition. 12,000 rounds of ammunition. And then they got to somebody, a little bitty child. Somebody, 14-year-old, warp-minded, still impressionable, probably racist, most likely, because she the one said, made that post, talking about I wanted to get a black church not far from me. It's hard to tell. Don't put it on my back to have to distinguish the good white people from the bad white people, because that ain't my problem. All I know is get the hell away from them. That's our problem, staying around them. That's for them to distinguish and resolve this amongst themselves. See, if white folks had been sincere from the beginning, it wouldn't have still been all this racism and hatred. That's they motherfucking cousins, brothers, sons, nephews, granddaddies, great-granddaddies, neighbors, classmates, first lovers, sweethearts, husbands. That's they men. That's they men out there. It ain't a black woman on this side of the afterlife that can persuade, sway, change the mind of a white man so that he'll go out there and stop white people. So he'll get his ass up and go out there and stop white people because they ain't going to listen to him. The white woman got to get her motherfucking ass up. But see, the white woman, her ass is the profiteer. The white woman, it said it in this book right here. Ooh, look what we got in the middle of this right here, honey. Yeah, this gave me my personal freedom. Ooh, I'm so sorry, my brother. I meant to ask you again. Because I don't want to step on nobody's toes. Because we ain't aligning with face. And so I do apologize. I ain't even going to share it no more. Ooh, but ain't that a coincidence, though? Hinton? And that's our brother. Hinton. The officer shot his son and killed him. And the day after, they said that he ran over a police officer. His name was Ryan Hinton. And it was in, I'm going to have to get a bigger share. Yeah. But it was in the book. I guess I had, putting them in here when I be taking them out and looking at them and stuff. I'm about ready to start annotating in my books. These are our Bibles, y'all. If you didn't know. Your ass, Black America, you've been thinking you're so damn smart. You've been thinking you're so smart. Long as you reach that educational pinnacle, long as you reach that financial pinnacle, you feel like you're so smart. Oh, I made it. And don't forget all about your people. We don't forget all about us. We don't forget about history. We don't forget about our spirituality, everything. White, that's how white people was able to project everything onto us. Me too. I was asleep like a mother. I bet the people were pushing me. Wake up, face, wake up. Tickling under my feet and shit, trying to wake me up. I slept for 43 years. Probably doing like that right there. You know how you be trying to wake somebody up. Doing like that right there and stuff. I'm doing like that in my sleep. Somebody just said, get your motherfucking ass up. You gonna still lay your black ass down and turn your... pull the covers over your head and shit. I don't know which one of the ancestors it was. But when they telling you to get up, you better get your ass up because they be kick your ass on the floor. Just like that woman in Fatal Attraction when she kicked that man off the bed and stuff after he done played with her feelings and shit. Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, you got to get up for us. You can't just keep playing possum. Hell, what is your ass scared of? I'm just saying, take all of us. We wake on our own time and stuff. But time is of the essence. Safety is in numbers. Keep yourself safe. Be where you're supposed to be. Know what's going on around you. Yeah, I ain't really just, I don't be just looking for stuff when I be out, but I be trying to be aware of some shit. Hell, I don't know if your ass finna fall out or whip out, but I want to be able to see it coming. Hell, when you see me run, your ass best to run too. I don't give a damn. Keep an extra key in your pocket. You ain't gotta run back to, I gotta run back there and get my purse. For fucking what? Leave all of that shit. Keep a spare key in your pocket. It's time to go. Black America. Shit, hell, you see everybody else gathering their shit. Some shit finna pop out. But anyway, I just want to just let us know, damn. Hell, and then he probably had black friends. Your damn kids could have been around him. Your children could have been around him. See, we don't know shit. We don't know nothing. Yeah, Tyrone gone out with Ken and Brad and them. Yeah, they've been childhood friends. Don't know nothing about their uncles, their great uncles, their brother-in-law, father-in-laws. Act like everything just went away. And then I seen this morning that on Taylor House, brother wasn't even driving the car that ran over the damn police that was standing in the road. Said some old white woman was driving. I ain't finished it and stuff because I had seen that right there about the mass shooting. There's so much going on. You ain't got no need to go to MSNBC unless you want to see what they finna tell white folks. Unless you want, and I don't know if they're going to tell them, get your perishables, your non-perishables together. And, if you hear stuff like that, then yeah, I don't know if they're going to go that far and stuff because they speak in code too. I don't know. I'm just saying, get you some black media. Start knowing what's going on because the culture out there, the way we being treated, it seemed to me like hell, they trying to really take us back to slavery. Is somebody finna propose reinstating slavery? What the fuck going on for real? I mean, shit, ain't somebody feeling something? That's just what it's giving me. Maybe it's giving y'all a different vibe. I don't know. That's why we got to get our platforms and talk to each other. Talk to each other because, honey, I feel like we still, we still ain't safe. We ain't got no safety out here. We ain't got no friends out here. We ain't got nobody looking out for us. Somebody should have been mentioned about that man. What was his name? He a young, I don't know what was he? 22 years old. Damian Allen. That was his name. He was 22, young. I'm not 22. Honey, he had deputy uniforms. More than one, I guess. He had badges and a book. What is it? PSBO, some kind of book they have, I guess. He had the laptop making videos as a deputy. It looked real. I guess the badge was real. I don't know. All I want us to know is that these people working together. He 22 years old. How the hell he get all of this? Ordered it off of Temu? Making videos and stuff. And get your babies. Get your sons, your daughters. Let them know. Hey, things ain't what we thought it was because it's not. It's not at all what we thought it was. Being included in what? This whole illusion is broke. So now, Black America, don't stay broke. Don't stay in the cracks. Because the illusion is broken. You got to find yourself now. Get back to yourself, to your ancestors. Please don't create somebody new. Don't try to create somebody new because we have lost ourselves. We forsake ourselves, our ancestors. We gave everything we had to white America in this integration. So yeah, we done kind of got out of touch with who we are and stuff, but go back to your ancestors. Go back to your ancestors. Meditate. Think about your ancestors. That's going to at least put your heart in a sincere place. when we start learning about our ancestors. Because, honey, it ain't nothing to play with. It ain't nothing to play with. Willie Brown, I'll show you Willie Brown. I'll show you your black Jesus. You got to get yourself right. You got to find yourself. That means your religion too. All of this ties together, knowing you do know we're not going to live forever, don't you? Black America. You do know we're not going to live forever on earth in flesh right here. Someday you're going to transcend over. Everything do it. Some things is only here for a couple of hours till they have sex. And then I don't know if it's the butterfly, the ant, or what. It's one of them. They only, maybe the moth or something. The bee. Is it the bumblebee? They only live until they sting somebody. And then, yeah. Maybe that's life though. And I just said that to say life on this earth right here. It's just for a minute. When we go over to the other life, it's forever. It's forever and ever and ever. Yeah, it's different realms and multiverses and stuff like that. But when you go over and your mind is set on going to heaven, that's what we always known since we were 6 months old, 6 days old, 6 hours old and stuff. It was, yes, I'm gonna raise this baby up right. She's going to be so lovely. God going to love her. She's going to go to heaven. I'm going to start teaching her right now. Start reading that baby the Bible, taking that baby. We did wait a month. Now, we used to. Hell, nowadays, black women have their baby in church on the 3rd day. Baby ain't but 3 days old. They got that baby sitting up there in church. Everybody falling out, running and crying and hollering and sweating. That baby can't even have no settlement of their mind and their spirit and just made it to earth. But we used to wait a month before we take our babies outside. Y'all remember? But we take them to church. 1 month, 30 days old, we got them babies sitting in church. So Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was right. We saw that white Jesus. I'm from the South. Wasn't no black Jesus down South. Sure wasn't. Honey, we didn't have no Michael Evans. He was on TV, but we didn't dare. Don't you dare talk about we gonna get us a black Jesus and put him on the wall. Or what church? The whole family will be kicked out of church. So now that wasn't us. That was not us. It might have been some select families in cities and stuff, I'm sure, that did have some black Jesus. But overall, we had white Jesus. And that's what that baby grew up to learn, love, have faith in, loyalty and stuff. That white Jesus tells us the only way to get to heaven, to the Father, is by me. Jesus Christ, the way, the life, the whatever. You know what it is. You know. And so, yeah, heaven is our mindset. Heaven is our destination. That's what it is, Black America. And it's wrong. It is wrong, honey. You better change your GPS as soon as you resonate with what's waiting in heaven for you. Yep. Let me get some shout outs and stuff because I might not even read no fundamentals today. Yep. Elijah, it's so good to see you. Yes, I know. Hello, Shantae. It's good to see you. I know. Now let's maximize and stuff because everybody that see this, I appreciate your time and your presence. And I sure appreciate the push off. Because, yeah, I need at least 2 people. And I ain't one, unfortunately. Because the answer said at least 2 people. And that's like a push to give me a push off so I can get started. And that way you ain't got to stay here. You can leave and go because it's so much on. I remember years ago, I was on my old Facebook page. I had shared a picture. And it was showing how motherfuckers was watching us on Facebook and social media and stuff. But it was one person and they had multiple screens, y'all. It was like a huge TV, but it had like 12, 24 different profiles on it. That's how easily they watching everything. Oh, yeah, you know, they getting your keystrokes and your keywords and stuff like that. And, you know, but Simeon Toko, the way he put his hand up and stopped that helicopter, honey, we stop all this bullshit. So Phil, stop in mid-action. Yeah, the robots and stuff. It's us. It's us. Listen to the Gogrin out there. I know. Yes, them is our God. When you see our babies and stuff, you better show them some love. You better learn how to nurture black babies. I don't give a damn if you don't want to smile. Smile back at them. Your black ass, you see little white babies in your heart melt. Oh, just like Tom, Uncle Tom. Just like Uncle Tom. You see white babies in your heart. And I'm not saying don't love all babies. Babies deserve love and stuff. You don't want to make babies feel, you know, you don't want to interact with them and stuff because they'll grow up crazy. They will grow up crazy. Everything needs interaction. Everything needs interaction. You know, you're supposed to socialize and interact with each other and stuff. It's different for us. All of this is different for us. I'm just saying shit. Don't be mad at me. I'm trying to figure it out too. I didn't know all of this. I think for a minute there, I was still like, am I going to wake up now? But this is woke. Seeing everything, and it's so much, I can't even tell it all to y'all. I can't. And then while you're on this political motherfucking vulture, you better be looking at them other damn parties and stuff too, because they still got agendas. Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been thinking about it. I hadn't even thought about the other parties. Because all we think about is Republican, Democrats. Now, don't ask me where the thought came from. Hell, there was a party last night down there. Shit, I was up here reading and thinking about stuff. And then I was thinking, but what about the other parties and stuff? What the hell is they doing? But yeah, you know, I will read the copyright disclaimer. Yeah, I will read that and get that out the way. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yeah. And that's just because I'll be hearing everybody else read it and stuff. And so it's obviously needed for this right here. But one thing about it, I ain't never heard no pastor read it. And I be listening to some pastors. Not all of them and stuff, because I ain't going to heaven with none of y'all asses. Hell no, you ain't finna get me in heaven with white folks. Hell, John Brown up there telling them now, let them go. You got them up here in heaven doing the same thing to them. That kid, that's why John in heaven. John Brown, Harper Ferry, him and his sons. Yeah, honey, they tried to go and save the slaves and stop slavery. Yeah, they were finna stop it right then and right there. The white man against the white man. Honey, white folks killed him and his two sons. Yeah, lynched them. I can't say that they castrated and mutilated them and stuff and burned their bodies and stuff like they did to black men. But yeah, they killed him and his sons too. They in heaven too. Yep, and he's still up there telling them, let them go. Let these people go. Why are you clipping their wings? Because they're going to clip your wings when you get to heaven, just so you know. Yep, just because you got new information now. I didn't write the rules. No, I just woke up. I knew it for something. It had to be for something. Get your black ass up. All of them, wake up. Wake up. Face. You hear this? Face, wake up. No, we don't want to wake up. We like being comfortable and being able to go out with Karen and Ken and have beautiful little mixed babies, honey. We supposed to have black babies. If everybody stop having black babies, then what? Then what? You gon' yourself annihilate the parent of all people. We the parent of all people. Who was I listening to last night? Bobby Hemmett. Yes, my brother Bobby Hemmett. And he said it. Yeah, he said that we were the beginners, the parents of all civilizations. I found it was a long video. But the parents of all people. Yeah, that's because the cosmos manifested us. If y'all don't understand how it came to be, we the parent of all people. Let me tell you. See, the cosmos, the ethers, the sky, the cosmos. Not this universe, this guy right here. This guy right here is just like, a little thin It's like a little thin piece of paper or something. Yeah, this sky, it's just a shield, like a curtain or something like that. When you go over on the other side, that's when everything is. That's when everything is. But you got to know where you're going. Because you go to heaven and stuff, you might well keep your ass right here. It's the same thing in heaven. So the cosmos, the ethers, is way out there, y'all. Don't nobody even truly know about the ethers, the multiverse. You know, the multiverse, it ain't just one universe, by the way. I went to the 11th grade, and I still thought that it was just one universe. And because in any book that did say something about the multiverse, they didn't go into depth about it. We just know this universe, this universe, this universe. But honey, it's a multiverse out there. And we don't even know how many multiverses are out there. It's indefinite. So yeah, all of that right there is the ethers. The ethers. And then you got the universe. White folks is only limited. They can't go no further than the universe. They can't go out into the multiverses. They cannot go out there. They was never out there to begin with. So in the beginning, nobody knows, because the ethers, the multiverses, was always there. And it was always giving birth, new planets, storms, stars, black holes, meteors and asteroids just coming through, you know, rainbows, the ethers. You get a telescope and look out there and stuff, and you'll see constellations, Milky Ways, galaxies, you know, out there and stuff. That's what it's giving birth to. The ethers is birthing all of that. And it's steady expanding. You know, it's expanding. The multiverses, they steady growing. See? I know, I don't know. It just downloaded on me when I woke up. Yeah, they wake your black ass up shit. So I got up, and now, yeah, it's to tell us. Let us know that we ain't just got to go to heaven. Oh, no, honey. We can go the other way. We can. Matter of fact, I don't think nobody but us, Black America and Black Africa, can go back to the ethers. And let me tell you why. Because the ethers, it's been eons giving birth to stars, new planets, life. And it's other life out there and stuff. It's just life out there on the other side. That's why it's called the afterlife. So it decided, it felt like, you know, it wanted more. It wanted to experience life as a human. Because the other life in the afterlife, it don't have flesh and blood like us. You know, it's different from us. When we do see the aliens and stuff, don't your black ass be scared. Ask them some questions. Ask them some questions. Hell, if you need me to, I'll write them down and I can tell y'all what to ask the aliens if you see them and stuff. I'm just saying. But anyway, the ethers wanted to manifest itself. It wanted to be a man. It wanted to experience life on Earth. Earth is a beautiful planet. So the ethers, yeah, we would like to experience life on that planet and stuff. So it manifested the black man and the woman. I don't know. It could have been 2 shooting stars. And then when it hit Earth, it was the black man and the black woman. It was the black. It could have been 1 shooting star. That's all we see now anyway, 1 shooting stars. Don't go outside and see 2 shooting stars and I'd be like, our face was right. I'm just saying, just use your mind. Use your imagination. How else did we come to be the parent of all people? I know they said about the Big Bang and all that stuff, and we came from apes and stuff, but I read a couple of weeks ago that somebody was like, you shaved the hair off of a gorilla, they skin white. Oh, my ancestors. I had already heard about the lips and stuff, you know, and the thin lips that white people got, but I don't see color. That's what y'all be saying, but I don't see color face. I don't understand face. I don't see color. Never mind. I'm just saying, you know, I digress. But all of that, y'all, just pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on. Let your family know. Let your people know. And yeah, try to remember, folks. And I be trying to remember when I see my brothers. Hell, this damn man was 22 years old. When I see my brothers out, and he the only one, and everybody else is them, honey, I try to remember. Yeah, he looked like Benjamin Banneker. Yeah, he looked like Benjamin Banneker. Yeah, because if I ever see Yeah, I remember seeing him. You better follow every motherfucking camera on the light pole, every camera on the business, every ring camera on the house. Because we in danger still. White folks still a threat to us. Yeah, I was appalled when I heard that man say that we in danger of black folks. Black folks are a threat to us. Who? That's my first thought is who? Honey, I'm about to call everybody named Richard Coleman. Show is Sam Hope. His real name was Tom Wilkins. Yes, Isaac McGee. Honey, I'm about to call everybody. LQ Ivy, John Hartfield, Maurice Mays, Willie Brown. What? Y'all always been a threat to us. Now, I'm not advocating no violence to my people to do to y'all for repayment of this and stuff. I'm just letting my people know to be aware that y'all is some dangerous ass folks. And we really don't know who y'all are, what you are, where you come from, what your overall goal is. I mean, you sitting here letting your big rumpus do all of this bullshit. And it's affecting y'all too. That's what Martin Luther King meant when he said injustice against one is injustice against all. Like music to my ears. White folks thought he was talking to black people. Yeah. He might not said it like that. But that's what he meant. What you do, somebody else will be done to you. Same thing. So white folks thought that Martin was talking to black people. Martin was telling white people that what you keep doing to black folks and stuff is going to come around and come on you and stuff. Because, see, the white woman thought that she was going to always be protected. She was always protected. She the one that got about 97%. It said it didn't give no total percentage, what I read in this book right here. It just said that the white woman got almost 100% of all the profit from slavery. You know, hell, what the hell was the white man going to do with it? Other than beating it, raping it, mutilating it, making it work to death and stuff. All of it went to the white woman and stuff to keep her comfortable because she was so faithful. Oh, I feel faithful. And then our black asses don't even talk to our great grandmamas no more and stuff. They want to hear nothing about it and stuff. Want to frolic in the house with Ken. Then we want to act, oh, yes, what is it, Nana? All of this bullshit. And they didn't get to tell us that white women were so motherfucking brutal to them. Yeah, just hating them. And in this book we read now, read now, honey, it's giving a 101 about the white woman and her hatred to black women, the black slave. And she torturing her damn self. She the one took that slave because the slave, she couldn't have kids. And her slave, Sarah, had some kids by the master, her husband, but she couldn't have none. So she had the doctor say that she couldn't even have sex, so she couldn't have kids. So she wasn't even no good and stuff. But she hated him, wanted him to die. Sarah wanted both of their motherfucking asses to die. So her mama got sick with cholera and stuff. So they go to where her mom is and stuff, but she can't stand him and stuff. So she like, well, I'm taking Sarah with me because Sarah was her slave. White women had all the slaves. White women got slaves at 3 hours old. Can't tell me nothing. Them motherfuckers didn't have to wait till they were 3 years old. Because in this book right here on chapter 1, page 1, the little white girl said, Daddy, cut off Nanny Mama's, what was her slave nanny? Cut off Nanny Mama's ears and get me another slave from the other county. Told her dad to cut off her slave ears and get her another slave from the county over. 3 years old. 3. So imagine if I tell her motherfucking ass by the time she's 13 or 23. So yeah, Martha, when George married Martha Washington, her ass had over 150 some slaves. Yeah, but then we read in the book we read now, when he died, he gave all the slaves to her. But he stipulated that they got to be slaves until Martha died. So Martha was like, oh, hell no, you ain't finna put all this. She was weary. You ain't finna put all this restlessness on me. So I'm the only thing standing in between them and freedom. And Martha was like, hell no, she freed all of them. I think she did something. But yeah, I'm just saying the white women had all the slaves, all the power, whatever she wanted. The white man gave it to her, protected her, provided it for her so his ass didn't have to. just sadistic. I don't know what kind of people these is. I don't know. I mean, hell, all you got to do is cook, clean, and bathe yourself like everybody else do. Grow your own food like everybody. Raise your own kids like everybody. That's life. I mean, you don't just take over a whole people and make them do it. And then, who was that said that they the only one that justified it? Was that George Fraser? Yeah, they justified it biblically, morally, legally. Who the hell is these people and stuff? I just know one thing. We ain't safe with them, y'all. We not safe with them. I know you don't want to hear it, Black America, but let's read a little bit and stuff because, honey, you don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow. I'm like, damn shit. And who helping all his ass? Who is all these people helping him? He got real badges and stuff. Shit, hell yeah. 22 years old. All this racism out here and stuff. It's all in the white woman's hands and shit. Hell, she got everybody out there in the streets with her now. They all need to be saying, get your hands off Black America. Cut the check. We need, give them the money. Give them the coins. Give us everything that we need. Yeah. Overall, we got to get away from them and stuff. And, let them extinct themselves. Yeah, let them stop having babies with them. They ain't right. I know you love Karen. I know it's something about her. I know with your black ass. Hell, at least if you're going to be with and stuff, don't have babies with them no more. Yeah, just get your tubes tied. And, always do what you got to do and stuff. Don't have no more babies with them and stuff. They just not fucking safe. I mean, shit. Hell, they ain't even trying to make sure they kids going to be safe. No, they going to be black as hell out there in the sun and stuff. Because they going to have a little of that power too now. You ain't doing nothing but depleting your magic worth, your cosmic worth, giving them some of it. So yeah, some of them interracial kids and stuff, they do have the gifts from us and stuff. If they that strong, if them gifts are that strong in you, and you go sleep with a white woman, them mixed kids gonna have some of them gifts too. They not gonna have that to them gifts, but they gonna have some of them. And it's like, damn, y'all ain't even trying to make things better for them. What the fuck we having kids with them for then? Don't have no more kids with white folks. Hell, let other folks have kids with them. Shit, they ain't treated other folks like they have treated us. And then who black want to go to heaven with white folks any the fuck way? I'm just saying, if you know all this stuff. Because I didn't know all this stuff. I forgave all of this. I don't forgive nothing now. I sure don't. And I know for one thing, they ass will, they'll let it happen again. They will let it happen again because they still lazy for their motherfucking self and still trying to project on us that we the lazy one, we the dangerous, we the threat. No, we ain't. We the savage. No, we ain't. Honey, I'm reading it right here and right now. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie on white folks. Ain't none of this no lie as far as I'm concerned. Where the lie at? Where's the lie? They can't prove that they ain't gonna resort to this bullshit again. Hell, because they ain't never addressed it anyway. They ain't never addressed it. They haven't. They just want to feel like, yeah, it was so long ago, we're going to let it be. No, the fuck we ain't going to let it be. We're going to let y'all asses be. Be by y'all damn self. Ooh, I'm just saying. But let's read a little bit anyway, because I done sit here and talked and cussed they motherfucking asses out for a whole goddamn hour. And that's what, that's what they ass need. That's why I'm here. You have to call it out. It's too much on us. You got agendas, projects, events, laws, bills, codes, acts, memorandums, studies, plans, experiments, documents. I mean, damn, it's like it ain't enough bows and arrows that these people got on us and stuff, and everybody else, the whole world on fire. Everybody getting some of this shit. America is on fire. I think the rest of the countries and stuff is doing for each other now. Everybody like, fuck America. Because of white folks' motherfucking asses. Shit, they better not goddamn it turn around and try to be mad at us like they did in the draft riots. Because when the draft riots happened in New York and stuff, and they were going to have to go over and fight for the black men and stuff, get free and stuff. And they didn't want to do it. The white men that had money can pay. Go down there, yeah, we're going to pay. We just going to pay. We ain't got time. Going to pay you some money here. It'll help you out, Bill. So they was able to pay and not have to go and stuff. But the poor white men, and then it said the Irish men. And hell, I can't tell none of them apart. Your ass is white. Your ass is white. I think Bobby Hemming said too, stop being caught up in all of that bullshit. Well, we're not technically white. We're another group. He said you either melanin or you're non-melanin. I think that was him. Might have been Dr. Layla Africa. One of them said it. I don't write down everything that I know I'm going to remember anyway, because that makes it so much easier for my ass. Yes, honey, you either melanin or you non-melanin. But anyway, he said that, yeah, we got to stop being caught up in that. I don't want to be caught up in that no more and stuff. If you know you one of the good ones, the good white and stuff, and you ain't done nothing to black people, you've always tried to help black people and stuff, then you better state your case. You better state your case. Y'all they the one gonna have to separate from all of this other stuff. Separate them from the mystery. They're a mystery. Yep, might have been Dick Gregory said that we know nothing about them. Don't nobody know nothing about white people. But white people know about everybody else in the whole world. Yep, they go there, fuck shit up, turn shit around, do what they want to do, come back here to America and act like, oh shit, I ain't done nothing. I'm just the most gentle of all people. And all this havoc and destruction and devastation they've done and stuff. And then here we go, Black America act like they ain't done nothing to us. And we forgive them for everything. And no, they ain't done nothing to us. Your black ass, just motherfucking scared. Scary ass. Now look at us. Everybody got something coming into this new world order, but your black ass, we ain't got nothing. The new world order, y'all, I ain't forgot about it. I hope you ain't either. Don't sit there and be surprised and shit. Don't faint and act like a white woman when you finally see one of the flying cars that actually lift up. Oh, I ain't got time for this traffic and shit. And then they actually level it and take off. And your ass gonna fall out. You bet not. And you see Sophia coming down the street. The robot. Sophia the robot. Coming down the street and stuff. And you fall. Your motherfucking ass faint. You sitting, I'm just saying. You sitting there at the park and stuff, then y'all see the robot dog and stuff come by, and y'all just faint right there. The baby's looking at y'all ass like, so your motherfucking ass just you ain't gonna pick me up and take me home and let everybody know y'all is here. Your motherfucking ass gonna faint. Leave me sitting in my stroller looking at your ass. Don't do that bullshit. Don't be no damsel in distress. It's too late for that. Is that what they've been gearing this up for, to make us so weak that we ain't gonna be able to say, y'all, it's here. It's here now. It's time for solutions. It's time for resources. It's time for unity. It's time for tools. It's time to start building and creating. Hell, what the hell we gonna take into the new world order with us? We just read that we didn't have nothing when we left from them slave plantations. We showed then in the movie Jane Pittman on YouTube. We didn't have nothing when we left them slave plantations, honey. We didn't have on no shoes. We didn't have no luggage, no nothing with our belongings in it. We just had our baby on our hip and maybe a knapsack. And then, the master and the missus was giving out apples or potatoes or something like that. I'd have told them, fuck that potato. I'd have got on up there by that last tree and threw that motherfucker as hard as I can and hit her in her goddamn eye with that apple. But I'm just saying, anyway. So we didn't have nothing when we left the plantations. And we still ain't got nothing going on to the new plantation. That's what it is. The new world order gonna be nothing but a new plantation. Yep. And we still ain't got nothing. So, we got to start creating something. I don't know. You begin with your garden first. At least your ass can eat. You hear we just found out. I just found out that all the ports are empty. Ain't going to be no food coming in from nowhere because everybody's saying, fuck America. Shit, let them take care of their own goddamn self. And, it's white folks' fault. Them motherfuckers. So, the best you can do is for this this coming together now and stuff is make sure you can feed you and your family. Start you an inside garden. If you got a house or something and some land on the outside, it ain't even got to be your land. Long as you renting there, you living there, and it's yours, honey. Throw a potato out the front and an onion out the back, honey. Yeah, get started with your garden. If you got it like that, have a garden inside and outside. You can have a fruit garden and a vegetable garden. You can get you some beehives, have your own honey. Yeah, be getting your own honey and stuff. And then that'll help the bees and stuff too, because you know they trying to kill the bees. They dumb asses. Hell, everybody know. I just found out. I just learned a couple years ago that if they do extinct the bees, humanity ain't got but like 4 years to live. And then brother just mentioned it to me a couple weeks ago about the bees. But yep, I learned some years ago that damn, if they do get rid of the bees and stuff, all people, not just black people, got like 4 years to live. Humanity. So these folks ain't thought about nothing. They ain't want to call themselves supreme. Where? With all this thief, the theft of melanin, all this thievery and just, anti-life way of living that they got and stuff. We're going to have to let them take care of themselves and get themselves on out of our way while we're here on earth. We didn't come here on earth for that, y'all. We came here on earth to heal our people and to have black babies. Them the only 2 reasons we came here on earth. We didn't come here to pacify white people, help save white people because they worried about white genetic survival. Hell, if they're going to live on and multiply anyway, is it going to be this devilishness? Is it going to really be all of this bullshit? Because if it is, they not meant to live on. They not. Hell, I ain't never read the Bible, but I'm sure it says somewhere. Now, y'all say this is us. This is about us. You need to read the parts that's telling you. Read between the lines. Now, if they worried about white genetic survival, why the hell you gonna go help them? And this all they got to survive for. What have they created that's pro-life? Worth surviving for? What have they made atonement for? What have I ain't say, hey, hold your horses, goddammit. Or you take your ass somewhere else. Now, they say everybody deserves a second chance. I can get with that. Yeah, maybe I misunderstood you. And when you said black ass, because everybody can't say black ass. Set your black ass down. I didn't mean to hit you without understanding what you said. I'm just playing. I ain't even vital like that and stuff. But still, what make y'all think white folks deserve to live on and on and on and on? That's why they can only have white babies with each other, because the cosmos knew who to make parent of all people. First and final. And it's us. That's why you got to live on. I'm not against white people stuff. I want them to fuck like rabbits and have all the babies they can have so that they can, sustain themselves and live. But it's this cloning, this futuristic world, this unreal lifestyle that they making that I'm not cool with. All this manipulation and murder and mayhem and maiming and slaughter of my people that I'm not cool with. Now, I can live and let live because that's how my mama taught me. My mama taught me how to be civil to people and stuff. I don't go outside and if there's somebody don't resonate with me and stuff, I just let them know. But I'll talk to a white person and stuff. But yeah, if they got that vibe like Mrs., I'll let them know, no, I don't think so. I ain't Sarah. I'm not Sarah. Yeah. And, but I know how to be civil to folks. We all do. Our parents taught us that. They did and stuff. I don't think, everybody, I don't know. I don't just go up to folks and start talking about Richard Coleman and LQ Ivy. I don't do that. But, yeah, if I see some shit going down. Also, you think you got Richard Coleman going on up in here again? Is that what all of y'all plan on doing? Because it ain't happening today. Sure the fuck ain't. But other than that and stuff, I don't go around looking for white folks to be racist and stuff because they're going to show their own damn self. They gonna show themselves. They gonna show how they is and stuff. Just because they all in you and your baby face, don't mean they treat our people like that when they out there away from your black ass. Yeah, and I ain't got but 30 minutes, so let's at least read about somebody. Because we almost done with this. We've been on this for a long time, too. Yep. That's why all these books and stuff, some of them we gonna read them more than once. Yeah, in our journey to heal our people and stuff, we need to know what the fuck is wrong with us. And this right here just giving us some of our creativeness to show us that we the one built this damn country. This right here is pretty much, it's for us, but this is actually going in the children's library. I got them a library. They got their own library. They can't listen to this. I mean, the nighttime stuff. They can't listen to all of this Red Summer and They Were Her Property and 100 Years of Lynching, racial violence in the United States. They can't listen to that. So they got to have their own personal library. Get your babies their own library if they don't. If your babies got their own personal library, your black ass, you go and you get your nieces and your nephews, your little cousins. Get them started with a public library, their personal library. Yeah, I guess I keep saying public library. If that's all you got. The public library right now, y'all, they having banned books there anyway. Go there and get you some banned books. Don't come home with no Amelia Bedelia bullshit. Go get you some banned books about our history and start your library. That's good to help start somebody else's library. Be sincere. Let their ass know I don't want to come over here, goddamn it, and I'm going to see pages on the floor. Because that's when me and you finna fucking fall out. This is not about no games. Now I want to come over there and instead of the kids reading the book sounder. I just found that book. I got the other one, but I seen that one and I went ahead and got it for the grandbabies. I don't want to come over here and instead of seeing the book sounder being read, I see the pages on the floor. And not only that, it's they coloring in it. Not only is you letting them turn the pages out of it, but your ass sitting here letting them color in the books. See, don't get us started. Don't inspire us with the wrong message. Because that right there is wrong. You're wasting your whole time. If you're going to help them get a personal library going. And then you get over there, pages is on the floor. Some of the pages tore up and stuff. Some of the books wrote on. Hell the fuck no. You can find somebody else to give that personal library to. So you let my sisters and my single father, my brothers know. This is not no game. If you're not ready, and don't have the book just sitting on the shelf. Read them to them if they can't read. They gonna love reading. Once you do, I'm just saying shit. Don't waste our time no more. We ain't got time to waste. Yep. Oh, we read about the intelligent quote. What about the first? Oh, and this right here is Dr. Claude Anderson, and that's Brent. Him and his son Brent wrote this book. More Dirty Little Secrets About Black History, Its Heroes, and Other Troublemakers. Volume 2. I ain't got volume 1. We'll get it though. He have his books on Amazon. There used to be a collection, all 5 of them, for like $100 plus tax, but now you got to buy them separately, individually. So I think I only got like 3 to buy, and we'll get them. We're gonna get them. So yeah, but let's read. The first Black naval aviator. Did we read him yesterday? I don't know, but we're gonna read him now. At the age of 24, Jesse Leroy Brown became the first Black Navy pilot and was also the first Black pilot to die in combat in the line of duty. On December 4th, 1950, Brown's plane was shot down in Korea while he was providing close air support for United States Marine fighting and trapped at the infamous Chosin Reservoir that bordered Communist China. Ooh. As a member of the Navy's fighting squadron 32, Lieutenant Brown was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Air Medal, and the Purple Heart. I told y'all. I said it. Remember we were reading them babies. Let me turn on the fan, honey. I know. Yeah, you don't hush. You don't say nothing when the pastor go over 5 or 10 minutes. We ain't going to be long. Just hope you get a song at the end and stuff. I got to bring this up. Remember, we were reading. Y'all remember we were reading when we first started. And the babies. We were reading the babies' books. And they were talking about the soldiers ancestors, we learned so much about the soldiers. We learned so much about the soldiers in the baby's books. And it was talking about the Purple Hearts. Remember, it was talking about the Purple Hearts, and it said that the United States gave the Purple Heart out to the soldiers who were extra, who were excellent. They were extraordinary. They were distinguished. You know, they were like superheroes. You know, but the United States only gave out 3 Purple Hearts, and then they stopped. And I said it. I said, I bet you I would bet my last $2, my last $2 bill, that them Purple Hearts went to black men, the black soldiers. 3 black soldiers won them 3 Purple Hearts, and the president said, I ain't doing it no more. I'm done with the Purple Hearts. Because, yeah, if it wasn't for black men, I don't think none of the wars would have been won. Since I found out that the black men was in all of the wars, I didn't know black men was in all of the wars. I thought they were just still enslaved, and they was. Because in the first wars and stuff, the black man was enslaved, went and fought the war, and went back and had to be a slave again. Beat the fuck out of me why y'all would want to spend forever and ever and ever with these people. What make you think they're going to let you be free in heaven? Mm-hmm. So what happened with the Purple Hearts was the United States ceased the Purple Heart. I hope they started back up again. I guess they did. You know, I don't know. I just read about it in the book. But the other countries thought that was a marvelous idea. They loved it. And they thought, yeah, that's a beautiful idea. We're going to do that for our soldiers. And so that's what they did. They came up with a significant medal for their soldiers and stuff. So I think the United States started back with the purple medal, the Purple Heart. I don't know. I ain't never seen one, but I don't think I know nobody that got there and stuff. I don't know, but yeah. So when I read that about the Purple Hearts, I was like, whoa. You know, I told y'all. And them other Purple Hearts, the other 2, yes, come through, spirit. Dang, I lost my page. Wait a minute, where we at? I knew it. All day yesterday, I was thinking about Fort Negro. All day yesterday. Yeah. You know, we read about Fort Negro. They bombed it and stuff. Black men, black guards held off. The white, honey, they sent the arsenal after Fort Negro to try to attack it and stuff. Honey, all of the guards was gone. Yeah, they were gone. And there wasn't but 15 guards there to protect the 300 women and children. And they held them off for 2 weeks, though, y'all. They held them motherfuckers off for 2 weeks. Them bitches. What they did was they used the air. Like they bombed Move 9 in 1985 in Philadelphia. That's how they got Fort Negro. They sent a bomb over the top and bombed it out and killed all 300 women and the children. Yeah. I think out of all of them that was there, it was only like 30 people or close to 30 people that lived or something like that. It was, yeah. I just learned about this stuff. We'll read it again when I find it and get the specifics on it if you must. But anyway, then they renamed it Fort Gadsden, Gadsden, some shit like that. So when you hear hold down the fort, it's talking about Fort Negro. Them bitches is talking right in our face and giving us these signs and these phrases and terms and labels, picking because we don't know shit. Because we don't know nothing. But I digress. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we were reading and talking about the Purple Heart. I digress. I'm just saying, you know. In March 1972, the year I was born, the United States Navy honored Lieutenant Brown again when it launched an escort ship, the USS Jesse L. Brown. That's what the name of it is. The USS Jesse L. Brown. At the Avondale shipyards in Louisiana. The honors continued in November 2002 when Brown was again honored with a $2.6 million county tax service building in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, which was dedicated in his memory. Hattiesburg, I might put that on my bucket list. Yep, in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Lieutenant Jesse Leroy Brown was a pathfinder for blacks in military aviation. I bet you he was one of those also that Rumster and them done erased. That's why we got to tell our own stories. We got to teach our own babies these things. They ain't going to need for their motherfucking ass to teach them. No, we finna teach them. We sure will, honey. You can't read? Can you read? Shit, your ass should have been paying attention. And I already been, me too. Hell, I was asleep. I was sleeping good. 43 years, shoot. I didn't know. But now that I do, and now that you do, honey, who won the Civil War? That's all I got to say. That's the name of the next one, y'all. Who won the Civil War? We ain't gonna read but a couple more. Then I'm gonna let you go on and finish your day and learn and go out and pick some dandelions. Yeah, tell sister she look beautiful today. That color suits her and stuff. Her melanin is popping. Ask her what's her favorite song and stuff. Y'all sang Good Times together. I don't know. Love on your people, though. Honey, you don't know if a meteor or a missile finna come through this motherfucker. Who won the Civil War? Students of history would answer that the North won the Civil War. But an assessment of what the South acquired after the Civil War argues that the Confederate South won the war in nearly every respect. Ooh. Yes, the North succeeded in transferring some of the wealth and industries from the South to the North and on paper outlawed formal slavery. It did that. Oh, that's what they're giving them what they want, huh? That's really what happened. They gave their motherfucking asses what they want and just... Now that's piss on the leg and calling it rain if I ever heard of one. Let's read and see though. Maybe I'm wrong. However, the South suffered fewer military deaths and casualties, received monetary compensation, land reparations, increased their congressional representation and political clout, established formidable Southern culture and code of ethics, and recaptured blacks into semi-slavery under Jim Crow segregation. And that's what it said right here. Yep. Oh, wow. Dang. Even with 3 amendments to the United States Constitution and more than 5 civil rights laws, the South was able to re-enslave black people for another 100 years under the black codes. Yeah, so who the fuck won the Civil War? I'm just asking. The book asking. Ooh-wee. Honey, you got to steer yourself. You got to steer yourself. We got to steer Black America. Everybody done steer Black America but us. It's time for us to take the reins. If we ain't going to steer Black America, ancestors, take the wheel and the tires. Take the wheel and the tires. The South effectively dominated national public policy, military budgets, racial policies, and black people's labor through the black civil rights movement of the 1960s. In a war, the winner takes the spoils. Since the South got all the spoils, then the South won the Civil War. Well, there you have it. Yep. Mm-hmm. So that too was an illusion that the North won the Civil War. Yeah, if that was the case, all they had to do basically was just black people, you free. That's basically all they had to do. Black people, you free. I mean, they were still able to do these things. So who really won? They got money and they were paid. They suffered fewer military deaths in the South and casualties, received monetary compensation, land reparation, increased their congressional representation and political clout, established formidable Southern culture and code of ethics, and recaptured blacks into semi-slavery under Jim Crow segregation. Man, American Indians, Black Americans. Oh, yeah. Is this talking about them $5 Indians I read about? Oh, yeah, I heard about them $5 Indians. Mm-hmm. Great grandmama come through. Sure did, honey. Well, let's read. American Indians are indebted to Black Americans for reparations, notwithstanding the popular image of American Indians as an oppressed people. In 1790, George Washington encouraged Indians to become civilized by modeling their culture after white European colonists. Indians heeded Washington's admonition and became slaveholders and slave traders like civilized white people. Colonial treaties rewarded Indians by paying them bounties to capture runaways, pushing Indians deeper into the enslavement system and giving Indians firsthand experience with the strong racial hatred that white people felt for Black people. Indians did not want to be treated like Black people and did not willingly identify with Black people, especially since Indians too could enjoy the fruits of Black slavery. Wow. American Indians used their Black slaves as a source of revenue and wealth, but also as common laborers, interpreters, teachers, and fellow warriors. When the Civil War ended in 1865, the United States government signed treaties with the 5 civilized tribes: the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, the Creek, the Choctaw, and the Seminole, but also the Apache, the Fox, the Blackfoot, the Cheyenne, the Comanche, the Arapahoes, the Kiowa, and the Winnebago, and all of the remaining slaveholding Indian tribes. In these treaties, the United States government gave Indians certain benefits, certain rights, and financial remuneration. In exchange, the tribes agreed to provide their Black slaves with freedom, land, money, and full citizenship in their respective tribes. However, within a few years after the close of the war, all of the Indian tribes reneged on every point, just like white folks. Just like white folks. Reneged on every point with the exception of the Seminoles. Mm, mm, mm. Credit to the Seminoles. But let's read. Granting full citizenship to Black slaves was particularly important because the treaties granted common land ownership to all the tribes, and any member of the tribe had full access and full rights to everything on the land. When the Indian governing bodies divided the land among individual members of the tribe, blacks were supposed to have received their fair share. Instead, during the 20th century, all of the tribes violated the treaties and established tribal policies to exclude Black people from Indian membership and benefits. Some Black people with American Indian heritage are fighting the tribes in the United States Department of the Interior because both have honored these treaties for the last 150 years, but have totally excluded benefits from Black people. It is amazing that Black people have marched and demonstrated and filed suits against white corporations, but have totally ignored the egregious behavior of American Indians who refuse to pay what they owe to Black American Blacks. Who refuse to pay what they owe to American Blacks. And Mike TV gonna help us with that, y'all. If you go follow your genetic trait with anybody, you need to be letting Mike TV handle it. You don't need to be going no ancestry 1, 2, 3, and what's the other one? It's another one too. You don't need to be now. And if it's a more reputable of our experts, because Mike is like an expert, in my opinion. Yeah. If you know of any of our other experts that you can follow your family tree, then list them in the chat. Tell us. But don't take your ass to that ancestry 1, 2, 3 bullshit and the rest of them and let them do it, because they just want to draw out your magic anyway out of your blood and your plasma, looking for your neuromelanin, I guess. I don't know. I've just learned all this too. The Red Ball Express. Because the Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road, well, we got the yellow brick house. See, they put it in a movie. Yeah, the yellow brick road, the Wizard of Oz. We need to learn about the yellow brick house, Black America. Popularly known as the Red Ball Express, black soldiers performed a peerless supply service to the United States military during World War II. The Red Ball Express was a military code name for a truck convoy system that would stretch from Normandy Beach to Paris, France, then on to Berlin, Germany. Following the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared the nation to be in a state of war with Japan. All eligible American males were drafted for combat, with the exception of black men. Since black Americans were living under Jim Crow segregation policies and laws, black males entering the military were assigned to non-combat duty. For the first few years of the war, most black servicemen were relegated to the safe services of cooks, waiters, body service, drivers, and supply personnel. General George S. Patton's Third Army tank columns needed round-the-clock fuel, food and ammunition, and otherwise, or they would grind to a stop. Nearly 75% of all Red Ball Express drivers were black Americans. The Red Ball Express drivers kept an average of 900 fully loaded trucks, constantly rolling, honey. Constantly rolling. These was black men that couldn't fight in the war. That was the World War II, the United States military. Yeah. But see, black men couldn't fight in that war, and they would have won it too. Hell, if black men wasn't in them other wars and stuff, they wouldn't have been won. They would not have been won. But yeah, honey, black men, black drivers driving for the Red Ball Express kept an average of 900 fully loaded trucks, constantly rolling, covering as much as 400 miles one way through hostile German territory, y'all. Yeah, black men, dependable black men, protectable black men, brave, courageous black men, honey. Yes, you can't tell me where our greatness is at, where we supposed to be. Sure, ain't you better get yourself right, girl. I'm just saying, sister, don't be mad at me, honey. Don't be mad at me. Nobody dropped the ball. When they say don't drop the ball, honey, there you go, baby. You don't need to be looking on them damn basketball courts no more. Talking about, I ain't gonna call out nothing. I don't even know basketball players because I don't follow that bullshit. So don't. This is your basketball right here, baby. The Red Ball Express. Ain't nobody dropped the ball. Didn't nobody drop the ball. Didn't nobody cut the net. Nothing. Nothing but hoops. Yep. It was going 900 fully loaded trucks going 400 miles one way through hostile German territory. If anybody would have broke down, honey, if anybody had a broke down through that 400-mile trek through hostile territory, you can only imagine what would have happened. It would have held the whole convoy up. Yeah, everybody would have been attacked, assaulted, ambushed. But black men, honey, see, they tried to cheat them. They tried to cheat them and hold them back. Yeah, we don't need them. We don't leave them back here and stuff, you know. But, honey, black men saved the day. Black men saved the day, made sure they would make it 400 miles through hostile territory. Shh, can't tell me. Shit, y'all asses better have black babies. Shit, I don't give a damn how beautiful them other babies is. Your black ass supposed to have black babies. Keep this magic. We got to keep this magic. Shit, that abracadabra bullshit, your ass trying to formulate. Yeah, we making abracadabra. We set that bullshit down somewhere. We don't want that shit. I'll slap all this off the table. Sure the fuck will, according to one source. Let's read though, all right. According to one source, when the Red Ball Express came to a halt in mid-November 1944, they had established an outstanding record of achievement and earned a much-deserved place in military history. They had delivered 412,193 tons of gas, oil, lubricants, ammunition, food, and other war essentials under combat conditions to the front lines, baby. Everything that was needed, they made sure it got to the front lines, baby. Couldn't have never been done by no other. Sure, with Brad motherfucking ass couldn't have done that. Shit, Brad and Ken, goddamn it, together with Karen and Sabrina, couldn't have pulled it out. They might have made it 250 miles. I'm just saying. On their return trips, they often used their trucks as hearses to haul the bodies of dead American soldiers to mortuaries behind the battle lines. Like the Tuskegee Airmen, see? The Red Ball Express did Black Americans proud and established a high level of military performance. Black soldiers in the Red Ball Express helped America and its European allies defeat the German war machinery in spite of our own country's racism. See, these motherfuckers so goddamn racist and diabolical. And see, we always keep coming to the rescue. We always keep coming to the rescue. Saving the day, goddamn it. Now, we got to step to the side. We got to save us. All of this magic right here, baby, got to save us. Sure do. And that's because, hey, it ain't my fault. Mother Gaia herself, Mother Earth. Dr. Delbert Blair said it. I heard it. I rewinded it. I even got him his own journal, too. He said that Mother Earth want to go back to all black. She want to go back to her natural state. Now, maybe she won't, but she'll let other folks live, I guess. I don't know. Go follow Dr. Delbert Blair. I'm going down the rabbit hole, too. But I know he says she want to get rid of those that's maiming her, those that's manipulating her, and castrating her. Mother Earth, they cutting down the trees. They done polluted her waters and stuff, all the rivers, the oceans, the lakes, the streams, all of it, even the air is polluted. Mother Earth said the fuck no. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what Dr. Delbert Blair said. And Mother Earth want to get back to that and stuff. So, hey, I'm with Mother. I'm with Mother. Sure will. Maybe you don't know. Now you do. A black spy on the run. George Scott, a runaway black slave, provided the intelligence that ignited one of the Civil War's largest battles, y'all. General Benjamin F. Butler of the Union Army had been assigned to command at Fort Monroe, which sits on a peninsula at the mouth of the James River in Virginia. When Butler first took command at the beginning of the Civil War, he instructed his troops to be on the lookout for runaway slaves coming through the Confederate lines, and to bring in the slaves they discovered immediately to the headquarters tent. George Scott had escaped from a Yorktown, Virginia plantation. To escape detection, Scott had stayed off the main road, see. In doing so, he discovered Southern Confederate forces building new military fortifications between Yorktown and Fort Monroe. See, he took them little roads through the trees and stuff probably, but he was able to see they motherfucking asses. Yeah, they were building up shit. They were building new military fortifications. Scott arrived at Butler's encampment and described the Confederate fortifications and their locations. General Butler was surprised and pleased to get Scott's intelligence report, but wanted military confirmation of the reported information. Even though he had just escaped slavery and the South, Scott agreed to lead Union troops back behind Confederate lines to verify his report. Confederate troops discovered Scott and his Union troops behind the lines and fired on them. Scott missed being wounded or even killed when a bullet from a Confederate soldier passed through his coat. Passed through his coat! Honey, yes, you better wake up. You better wake up, Black America. Yes, honey, you got some cosmic energy in you. Yes, honey, said it right there. Scott missed being wounded or even killed when a bullet from a Confederate soldier passed through his coat. Based upon information verified by Union troops, General Butler agreed that Confederate soldiers were planning a major attack on the Union lines, y'all. See, that's why I always go the long way around. That's why I always go the long way around. You don't know if I'm be like Harry, come through the trees, under the ground. I might come through the branches, honey. Yeah, get by yourself when you making them journeys. And your intuition tell you, don't you go that way. Go around this way. Do it. Do it. It's telling you Not everybody else. I'm just saying. Butler ordered a preemptive attack, but it was poorly planned and executed. The Union lost the battle, even though they had the advantage of the black slaves' spy report. Having done the best that he could, Scott continued on his journey north to the land of freedom. I know that's right. I can only stop and tell your ass. Now, it's up to you to put it in action for you. I can show you, tell you. I can't make you do it, though. That's why they say you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. They're the same thing. Hell, he even took their asses back, and he was running to freedom. But nah, I can't take your ass back now. You the troop. You the soldier. You're going to have to go back and check it out yourself. Hell, I'm on my way to freedom, man. But now he went back with them. George Scott, he went back with them and showed them where they were building the military camps and stuff so they could take them over. They were going to ambush them. Yep, I guess they were going to have them as prisoners of war or something. I don't know. I just read it too. And and they still fucking failed. See, Brad ain't worth shit. The motherfucker just goddamn it useless. But anyway, George got free. George got free, honey. George kept on his way. And I ain't got nothing to do with it. I showed y'all ass where it was at. So, well, come on, Mr. Scott. We need your help again. No, hell, y'all can't execute shit here. Well, you can't execute right. I got things to do. I'm going on about my freedom. Yeah, George said no. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hell, it's right here in the book. He literally told them everything. All they had to do was put together a successful ambush or counter ambush. At least be ready when they asses come. I'm just saying shit here. That's just me. But this the last one, y'all. Then yeah, we're gonna get on up out of here and stuff because it's beautiful outside. I hear the babies. I hear the godwin out there. Yep. Ho Chi Minh Trail in America. That's what it say. Ho Chi Minh Trail in America. HOCHIMINH Trail in America. Ho Chi Minh, who was born in 1890 with the given name of Nguyen Tat Thanh, NGUYEN was Vietnamese greatest political leader. Men traveled to and was educated in France, China, and Russia. In satisfying his intellectual and cultural curiosity, Ho Chi Minh took a tour of America in the early 1920s as race riots were spreading across the country. Then were race riots, then were massacres. I read it when we first sat down. 6 months ago, they said that it was not race riots. All of these were massacres. White mobs burned down Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and lynched one black man a day. That's why they had the flag, a black man was lynched today. And you know, since they bringing up Tulsa, Oklahoma, I know, family, you said wait till after the story and then tell my commentary, but I'll be no forgot then. And yeah. But I'm learning how to do that, though. But it said that we were reading this stuff in them earlier books. It said that 10,000 black people fled out of Tulsa, Oklahoma in shock. Traumatized. Heart beating fast. And we never breathing fast. Our heart beating fast. We breathing fast. Our thoughts is all over the place and stuff. The fear. The horrendousness of everything that was going on in Tulsa and stuff. It was so catastrophic. 10,000 black people left Tulsa and running different ways and stuff. All that trauma, unresolved, unhealed trauma. You know, some of them ran the same way up north. Some of them ran to the east, to the west. I don't know. I don't think nobody ran back down south, though. I'm sure they didn't. And we never received any healing from none of that. So they lynched one black man a day. We remember that flag. A black man was lynched today. He was shocked by what he saw and read. This was Minh. Ho Chi Minh. Minh was shocked by what he saw and read. There were daily reports of racial abuse of a powerless black minority. We were so powerless, we didn't have nothing. Racial hatred and black lynchings was such a normal part of American life that incidences rarely found their way into the local newspapers or the radio. So how can they say it was 5,000 black people lynched between them years and stuff? Because some of them wasn't even reported. They were doing them underground like they are today. They were doing them underground. They wasn't reported missing. A lot of the families changed their names. Our people were so traumatized. And I want to know, John Hartfield, 10,000 white people was at his lynching. White kids was up in the trees, spitting on him, throwing rocks down on him, jumping down off the tree, hitting him, then climbing back up in the tree. Pregnant white women had their motherfucking asses at the lynchings and stuff. Old white folk, young white folk, baby white folks eating their boogers and stuff at the lynchings and stuff like that. They acted like it was a carnival. It was a carnival atmosphere. They were taking pictures. They would have been eating cotton candy, candy apples, the festivities that you see at the carnivals. That's how it was. That's how all the lynchings were. And so the name John Hartfield, the black people, we just read about and learned about in these books that black people fled for their lives. They even called it Hejira of black people. Hegira, Hejira of black people. It stands for black people running for their life. That's where you get the saying from. Running for your life. Oh, honey, he running for his life. Look at him. That's where that comes from. Black folks running from their life to get away from white people. They always been a threat to us. It's undisputed. It is undisputed. Even today, the way we so close to insanity, black people are hard on each other. We raging on each other. We ain't raging on white folks. No, we hurting each other because of white people. I think we doing this to each other so white folks won't do it. So white folks won't do it. Who was that? Dr. John Henry Clark? One of them said that they think black people dumbing ourselves down for white folks. I think we raging on each other. We being hard on us. We riding on each other. So white folks won't do it. Ain't that some bullshit? But the brainwash, you indoctrinated. Your mind, you ain't got no connection to history, facts, spiritual. You ain't got no connection no more because of religion. That's what Dr. Ray Hagan said, and he's a psychologist. Yeah, we reading about it now. Why you gonna get that benefit of the doubt? Still doubting it, ain't you? Your black ass still trying to find excuses for white folks. Well, what about black on black? I just told your ass black on black crime is because so white folks won't have to do this to us. Yeah, they still doing it. You just don't know. It just mentioned it in the book right here. We don't even know how many lynchings it was and stuff. How many of our people, our great-great-grandmothers, actually suffered. They know Johnny didn't make it where he was going and stuff because something happened to him. But they just let it be. Just let it be. Don't say nothing about it. Don't report it. No, we're going to go on with our lives. I told Johnny to keep his ass here. Whatever the case may be. Bodies that wasn't found. Wasn't nothing left. LQ Ivy, little 14-year-old LQ, wasn't nothing left of his body. The skull, in a lot of the books, and 100 years of lynching, a lot of our brothers, fathers, uncles, the black man, wasn't nothing left of their bodies being burnt at the stake but the skull. But the skull. They took the skull home with them. A lot of these bitches took the skulls home with them. We just read about a white man kept a black man's hand burned, shriveled up from a lynching. Kept that man's hand in his pocket. Kept that man's hand in his motherfucking pocket. And your black ass, we in love with Brad. Yeah, Brad is the savior. Damn dummy. Don't be a dummy and a fool. I'm just saying. Yeah, don't. Yeah, kept his hand in his pocket. Walked around with that hand. Can you imagine his motherfucking ass seeing black people, black kids, and he pulled that hand out and scared them kids with that hand? Can you see that bitch? Old black people, he passing by them. He might be walking. He might be in a car. They might be walking or whatever. He might see them. And then that bitch pull out that black hand and show it to them. Them old people know what that is. Our elderlies know what that is. See, so much trauma. And we ain't even caring about it and stuff. Well, now's the motherfucking time. Wake your black ass up. I'm just saying. For us. If I'm wrong, tell me. I can stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. I'm not picking with white folks. Hell, this the truth. History will repeat itself. Shit. Hell, then their asses will be the ones doing what their ancestors have done. Ain't that some shit? You think they won't? You think they won't? Hell, you got a 22-year-old right here planning to go out and do a mass shooting on black folks, most likely and stuff, pretty much. Yeah. And I reached out to another white person, 14-year-old white girl in school. Her motherfucking ass in school. What kind of people her ass got? Oh, I'm thinking about doing it down on the black church, not too far from here. What the fuck? So yeah, you in danger. You still in danger. Your black ass in danger and ain't nobody told you. And they said that racial hatred and black lynchings was so normal, was such a normal part of, this the last one, was such a normal part of American life that incidences rarely found their way into the local newspapers or the radio. When newspapers did report an incident, y'all, it often appeared in the comments section of the local newspapers. So these bitches think it's funny. They want to make light of it. Look at the laughter in the lynching. Ho Chi Minh was appalled at the treatment of black Americans, but as an Asian, he never felt personally threatened. Now the threat is only to us. Other folks ain't never felt threatened from white folks. I don't even think today. No, they reserve all that for us. But they know if black people ain't there for white folks to threaten and demean and desecrate and destroy, that it'll be them. It'll be one of them. And other groups of people like, we're going to let them do. We ain't going to kick them while they down, white America, but we're going to hold them down for you. Yeah. Don't nobody want this. So that's why you can't be concerned about everybody else. Fuck them. The bitches ain't never raised up and helped us. They never got their ass up off of us. So we can at least fight back. Now they help white America do the shit to us. No, whatever white America want, we gonna help them get it. I'm just saying, spirit get every goddamn body. He never felt threatened though as an Asian. And then they asses is even saying that black people threatening them. I seen this some months ago. Asian people talking about they need a hate crime bill because black folks is threatening them and stuff. Well, y'all ass is the one to acting white towards us. Then come find out and stuff here. There was a motherfucking lie. Yeah. But I think they gave it to them. They got a hate crime bill. I don't too much follow politics. I think y'all ought to crash the whole goddamn vulture. Men collected newspaper clippings about racism and lynchings and took them home. He even interested in it. He even cut some out and took it home. I bet he got back there and said, "Ooh, y'all." And since they start speaking his language and start telling them, "All y'all, honey, they over there in America, they beat the hell out of black people. Honey, they lynching them. They walking around with toes and fingers sticking out of their nose and their ears and stuff. They walking around with black hands in their pockets." But let's read. I digress. Mean collected newspaper clippings and racism and about racism and lynchings. He wrote an article about lynching for a French magazine in 1924. When he returned to Vietnam in 1944, the impact of Jim Crow segregation and whites' inhumanity to black people burned in his mind. Mean initiated a Declaration of Independence movement to free his people from French domination. In the Vietnam War of 1960s and 1970s, some of the most vicious fighting occurred on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Yeah. And tomorrow we'll read about unhung heroes of the West. We almost done with this right here because we need the good. We need to learn the good, the bad, the ugly, along with the savage and the ravishness. We got to learn all of it. Shit, we are surviving. We are tolerating some clanimals out here. I don't know. It might not be a new species that's known, but it's a new species that's here. What's the name of it then? I mean, shit, hell, I ain't seen no other species doing this type of thing. Even animals in the wild. And we know, and when a lion or a tiger is hungry, and they go out and make that kill, and they get that baby deer or that rabbit or whatever it's gonna be, they bring down an elephant, they go right to the kill and eat. just been killing, murdering, massacring, castrating, burning, roasting black people for no reason at all. I'm convinced at this point it have been some instances where they actually went up and just suckled on that vein that they cut and the blood was coming out of it. Because everything else is so surreal. I can imagine them. We ain't gonna put that in the books and stuff now. That right there, we're not gonna put that in there. The vampires, they real. Cutting off a toe for what? Suck on it. You done burnt it. You done cooked it. They said they ate black folk. They ate Nat Turner. Where was the stopping point? I'm just saying, don't tell me how to imagine what I'm reading and learning now. Comprehension is fundamental. It sure will, honey. Yeah, you better follow your own thoughts, your own mind. Hell, you the one said, oh no, God didn't give us a spirit of fear. So stop being scared. Yeah, you ain't got to put it like, you know, that I ain't trying to put it harsh, because if I was, I'd really be going in. I'd leave your ass with some visions. But shit, hell, it happened. Just by reading it as it is and stuff, you can picture it in your mind. It happened. What it was like for us. Now stop playing with us and shit and making us feel like, oh, you okay. We okay out here in America. Because I thought we was okay. Hell, if I knew we wasn't okay, I wouldn't have never quit school in the 11th grade. I'd have had both my babies in school with me. That would have been the first baby daycare. I'm staying here, Miss Deborah. I ain't going nowhere. Me and my babies. Now, so you can help me, and we can make a room and get them a little bassinet, and me and you can sit in here. Yep, I sure would, but hell, I didn't know. I was just like, hell, I fucked up. Hell, now I got to raise these babies. Because mama was saying, your life ain't yours now. You got to live for these babies now. Your life is gone. And so I was like, all right then. Ain't no need me trying to reach that highest pinnacle. You know, yeah, I got to raise these babies. So, yeah, I did it wrong. Shit, I guess. Hell. But, hey, I'm here now. Yeah, I took the long way around, but I made it, didn't I? I'm just saying. Yeah, like I took the wrong way around when I walked to see Johnny Cochran. I'm finna go, y'all. Let me clear out this stuff. I walked to see Johnny Cochran 60 miles one way. And I don't know, I think I took a wrong turn or something because it took me all day to walk there. I was 60 miles away. And I was walking to Jackson, Tennessee to see Johnny Cochran. And I don't know, I guess I took a wrong turn somewhere because by the time I got there the first time, I was dehydrated. I had to go to the hospital in Jackson, Tennessee and get some water. But they end up hooking me up to that damn bag, and they had to get some fluid in me and stuff. Because they're like, oh, Miss Brown, you need some fluids in you. Damn bag of saline cost $200, y'all. I said, oh, my ancestors. But anyway, I didn't get to see him that time. And so I went on, walked back home and stuff. And, yeah, I think I jumped that fence and went to the hospital. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Shit. Let me go over here to the hospital and get a cup of water. Them people like, oh, no, Miss Brown, you did what? Oh, yes, come on in. You need fluids. She needs fluids. They wanted that damn money. And the bag wasn't that big. But hell, I didn't know. So I ended up walking back home, but I walked it again to Jackson, Tennessee to see Johnny Cochran because I was going through some shit. I always loved my ancestors. I know they there for me, too. Yeah, all of them were walking behind me. I was walking down them dark roads like Celie going to tell, like, what's her name? Sophia going to tell Missy, you told Harpo to hit me. I was walking down them roads, honey. I was going to see Johnny. Everybody was behind me. All the ancestors were. Well, honey, I got there that second time, and it was too dark. It was dark. I knew everything was closed and stuff. The business is closed at 5 o'clock. So I was like, damn, they already closed. So I ain't no need me walking down there. And then I didn't know where it was at. But I know if I get to Jackson, I'm going to find Johnny. But anyway, you know, everything was closed. So I was like, damn. So I end up walking back home and stuff. And my neighbor, they lived in Jackson, Tennessee. They stopped and pulled over. Face! Get your black ass in this car. Where the hell you walking to? Where you coming from? I was like, I'm going to see Johnny Cochran. That man dead. Get your ass in this car. So, yeah, but you always just have faith in your people. That's the faith in your people and stuff. And right today, me and Johnny be laughing about it. Me and Johnny. Yeah, when I was a protest and stuff, Johnny was telling me, dang, they don't know. Oh, you gonna walk where you got. Johnny Cocker, what that you know? They don't know. You gonna walk where you got. Yeah. You gonna walk to the end, ain't your face. But the ancestors, they love us, y'all. They here with us. They so happy and proud of us for finally doing this. Do it for them. Do it for the babies and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be ancestors soon. We are. We're gonna be ancestors soon and stuff. And George Fraser said that this is the time when we would make our greatest contribution to us as a people, to our people. See, before now, from ages birth to 49 years old, you just competing life. You completing life. You're getting married. You're graduating, some of us. You're having babies. You're going to college. You're meeting your achievements and your goals and your aspirations and your endeavors. You're going to the service and whatever. You're doing that and stuff. But once you reach like 50 on up, that's when you start creating your greatest contributions to your people. Even to society. Some of our people, created and they didn't just limit it. Oh, this is just for my people. This is for my people. I did this so that we ain't got to pick cotton. This is for everybody. So, you can't create for everybody and stuff. And then in the New World Order, we don't want to see nobody suffer there either. We're not that type of people. And we ain't never been that type of people. I ain't. I get drunk and black out on your ass, though. I'm just saying, I don't drink no more. Shit. But yeah, I love y'all. Peace and power to the people. And I love you to life. Just remember that. I love you to life and afterlife. Because this ain't it. This ain't all. When we go over to the other side and stuff, y'all, we're going to be so happy and free and just flying and stuff. And you ever seen on that cartoon where they I think it was it the cat was in love with the bear or something like that, but they blew out the heart and there was a heart. I think it was the coyote fell in love with the cat or something, and they blew out the heart, and that's what we're going to be flying hearts in the ethers and stuff, y'all. Yeah, just making balloons, just our wings, just flying free as we want to be. I'm going to be hovering over heaven, looking down at black folks and stuff, Yeah, they're going to be knowing and stuff. Hey, they're going to be trying to fly and get up out of heaven, but they're going to clip your wings. You can't fly out of heaven. Once you go on the inside the pearly gate, they clip your wings and stuff. I'm going to be flying over heaven sometime, and see if it's anybody down there that ain't supposed to be. But the rest of y'all stuff, you willingly went there, that's where you're going to stay. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tonight. Hopefully they won't be partying and stuff. But, honey, the way she talk about it, she celebrate her birthday the whole weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then she told me that the other night we seen the police. They was out there because she was like, somebody already done called the police on me. But I was like, oh, that's all right. It wasn't me, But when I came in last night, when I left yesterday, the party was going on. When I came home last night, the party was going on. But that was all right, honey, because they were playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes, honey. I went back out and got some stuff for the garden. They were playing the Gap Band and stuff, honey. I had to tell her again, happy birthday to you. And I don't even celebrate birthdays like that and stuff. But, let people live and stuff. Yeah, this is the end right here. Shit, if that go down there and tell them play your favorite song. But if I would, I've been telling them play some Wu-Tang Clan. I'm just saying, bye, y'all. I know, right? Hey, Rainwater, Shantae, what book you got? Oh, you gonna have to let me know what book you got, and if you want to read with me, you can. You sure can. It said right there on the side that it's a new. I guess I can add another person on here. 2 more people. If you want to read, you can read. Sure can, honey. I'm here for the long run. For my people. About my ancestors. All I say is, come with respect for the ancestors. We ain't got no forgiveness and stuff for white folks. And, we can't even give them no mercy at this point. All we can agree to do is not harm them. That's all I can agree to do is not harm nobody. Anybody fall out in the floor, I'm going to be like, hey, can you call for some help? I mean, anybody that fall out in the floor, so I throw a potato out there for anybody that's hungry. Anybody need a carrot. But as far as mercy, we can't be like, oh, Lord, please give them mercy. Spare them mercy. They know not what they do. Huey P. Newton said they know exactly what they doing. So yeah, right here, that's all I ask and stuff is that, reserve all of that love and goodness and affection and benefit of the doubt to the ancestors. But let me know. Yes, anybody. Honey, we got to read this right here. I love y'all. Let me go and stuff because I'm finna go try to buy me some more pots and stuff so I can get my garden going. We'll talk about that tonight. No, we ain't got long. Won't be no more food. You better start